Llévate más de lo que esperas todos los días con el nuevo McValue en McDonald's. Ahora puedes comprar uno y sumarle otro por $1. Así que cuando tu equipo favorito enfrente a sus rivales, enfrenta tus antojos con $5 Meal Deals. Y si estás corriendo para alcanzar el desayuno, corre a la app para llevarte ofertas antes del cutoff. Tú decides, y con McValue, tu decisión siempre rinde más. Precios y participación pueden variar. BOGO $1 válido para un producto de igual o menor valor. Debe estar registrado en Rewards para ofertas en el app.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. From streaming to shopping, Prime helps you get more out of your passions. So whether you're a fan of true crime or prefer a nail-biting novel from time to time, with services like Prime Video, Amazon Music, and fast free delivery, Prime makes it easy to get more out of whatever you're into or getting into. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to learn more.
It's just, I'm just gonna miss him, you know? I'm gonna miss him. So young. So young.
Had a good run, though.
Had a great run.
Yeah, a real strong fella. You know what I mean? Real strong one. A lot of highs and lows, but always persevered.
It really did. To the point that it's not even really dying. You know what I mean? It's just rebranding.
Yeah. Oh, God, isn't that the truth? Beautifully put, Adam.
Yeah, it's like I don't even really know why we're mourning, because aren't we just rebranding the Grawlix Saves the World as Advice Fight?
That's right! What the
We're getting fixed, our worries are mixed, let's have some cake. What the Grawlix Saves the World. We're getting fixed, our worries are mixed, let's have some cake. What the Grawlix Saves the World. We're getting fixed, our worries are mixed, let's have some cake. What the Grawlix Saves the World.
Oh boy, it is with the heaviest of hearts that I must announce we are closing up shop here at Adam's Pearls. It's effective immediately too, and this is very, very hard. For years, this has been the place where you come for pearls of wisdom, for weathered pieces of wood, for mugs, and for aprons with various delightful sayings on them. But those days are no more. Big Pearl, we can't compete with them. We cannot compete with corporate Pearl, and they're shutting down mom and pop Pearl shops all over the United States, and we are the latest victim. You wonder why everyone's strung out on fentanyl on the main streets of America when there's no tiny Pearl shops left, but you just got to go to the giant Pearl Symposium in the edge of town and buy your discount pearls with a fucking... We'll give you one more, I guess, for old time's sake. You're off to great places. Today is your day. The mountains proved too crowded, so rebrand your podcast. Welcome to the Grawlix Saves the World. My name's Adam Caton Holland.
My name is Ben Roy.
And I'm Andrew Orvidal.
And yes, I stole that Adam's Pearl from The Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. And yes, he's problematic, but can't we ignore that?
Adam.
No, no, we can't ignore that.
No.
Can't we just ignore that?
No. Well...
Your Adam's Pearls liquidation event is not even a good sale. I went in there 6% off. That's not what you do at a liquidation
I'm
sale.
sorry.
Why not round it up to like 10?
Everything must go. They're not even deals. That's why no one's buying it.
Yeah.
I have been a fixture of this community for 40 years, and now I'm being run out of town, and I can't get a little bit of scratch to just go on my merry way with?
Adam,
I'm
just saying, when people see...
Should I just give the pearls away?
When people see going out of business sale, they expect big deals. That's all I'm saying.
And Adam, you're going out of business for tax evasion. Like, you haven't paid a single tax on Adam's Pearls since you've opened
You are
this store.
so
That's not
obsessed.
a nonprofit.
You're so obsessed with minor details, you can't even zoom out and see the effect this is going to have on the community. Where do they go now?
To get their fentanyl.
They're going to the Pearl Symposium, whatever you named it, which didn't even make sense.
Yeah,
the Pearl Symposium.
You missed big pearl store, a big box pearl store. somewhere in there. I think that's what you were searching for. Is
Yeah, it's called the Pearl Symposium. That's the Walmart of pearls.
could you imagine if a big box store had the word symposium in it for the people who shop there? How amazing it would be! Like the ways
Electronic Symposium.
Yeah,
That's
the amazing.
the rebranding Best Buy. It's now the Electronic Symposium.
The ways
not
in
bad.
which
It
that
sounds
would
like an
be
experience.
mispronounced would be so good. I'd want to be in the parking lot for that, for all of it. I just want to watch people mispronounce Electronic Symposium. See, I even did it right there.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this is why people love you. You are your fans. You know what I mean? You are the same. You're one of them on stage.
Salt
You are
of the
one of
earth.
them on stage.
I want to say that I do think that Adam's Pearls has been on that corner of Rift City for 50 years. I mean, it started off as a mom and pop store. It's not even named after Adam. It's named after
It's a store that sold mom and pop body pillows for orphans.
Yes.
But yes.
Oh, wow. Jeez, that's dark, Andrew.
With crudely painted mom and pop heads up top by someone who wasn't an artist, but just a pillow salesman, but did the best they could. As the horrified orphans stared into the crude renderings
so dark.
of mom and dad faces.
That's my mom.
Rift City's tough place to grow up. Rift City's tough place to grow up.
Could you imagine just somebody who kept it all their life? It's still at their house. You go on a date with them. You're like, what is that?
That's
like
my
jaundiced pillow.
mom
It's got liver
body
spots
pillow.
on it, and you're like, that's my mom and pop pillow. That's.
They gave it to me in Rift City foster care. I got one of those.
But Adam's Pearls has sat on the same corner for 50 years, same building. And so there's a part of me that just from the point of view of like, I walk by it on Rift City every week. I see it sitting there. I've never been inside. I don't like what they do. And honestly, I think they're more destructive to the community.
You know, for 50 years, Adam has been engaged in just a fucking street fight with the skateboarders. Adam's out there screaming at them most days. And this is a real win for them.
They have a name, the Rift City Rippers? Okay, because that's what they're called, Adam. And maybe if you would acknowledge them as a true street culture gang.
You know what? It's yours, Rift City Rippers. You win. You won the fucking corner. Skate away. What the fuck do I care? I'm moving to a new place called Advice Fight. That's right, everyone. We are changing the podcast a little bit, mostly just rebranding it as Advice Fight. It's going to be the same podcast you know and love. 3 idiots bickering over advice to crown one winner of advice every episode. This is the last technical Grawlix Saves the World. The next podcast you'll get in this feed will be Advice Fight. And I, for one, am excited about it. Adam's Pearls has been a fucking crutch.
Oh, God, it has been. Because there's been episodes where you have provided nothing in the form of levity to this podcast. All gravity, all the time. And
all gravity, all the time.
All gravity.
That could be Earth's motto.
Yeah. Earth, all gravity, all the time. Because there's really nothing else you can count on right now other than gravity. But I'm excited that we're going to be leveling it in Rift City. That corner is going to be cleared out, and we're putting in some new mixed-use condos in that area.
Finally,
I'm excited. There's going to be some bar classes downstairs in a new yoga studio that they're opening down there.
Right.
That's going to be nice. There's also a puppy daycare. And I think the neighborhood needs that.
And these are listing at the low 1 millions.
Yes,
so get in quick.
Exactly.
The low mills.
Yep. The Rift City favelas, though, God, that's something we're going to have to deal with soon. I hate to see it. You guys are not yes-anding me on that. You're leaving me alone.
No, we're just making you say sad stuff and watching you say
I was trying to get us out of the Rift City riffs by announcing the format change and this and that, but you wrenched us right back to the riff.
Ben ran
area.
right back into the burning building.
Yeah, but producer Ron was saying earlier, make this podcast what you want. This is the last with the name, the Grawlix Saves the World. Riff, have fun, and then you guys are putting the Rift shock collar on me, and you're saying you've gone too far outside.
No, that
the
shock
perimeter.
collar is because you were peeing on the floor. It's absolutely unrelated to the
100%
rifts.
necessary.
Okay,
It has nothing to do with the
that
rifts.
is behavioral correction for peeing on the floor.
Exactly.
Guys, I sometimes eject, and I'm not going to hold my urine in. I've read that it's bad for the bladder, so I will remove my bag of vestigial poison whenever I feel it shouldn't
All right,
be
so
in there.
I think
It
what's
shouldn't
going on
be
is
in there,
Ben
guys.
Ben either had an edible last night and is still feeling the effects. I think I know
I went
what's
too
going
far,
on.
and I'm not going to lie to you guys. Last night, I touched the devil's tail, and I did not mean
Is
to
that
go
what you
that
call it
far.
now?
Yes, I didn't mean to go that far.
I touched the devil's.
I did.
And I want listeners to know this is not a riff.
touched the
I absolutely,
devil's tail.
with medical precision, pinpointed what was wrong with Ben's riffs this morning.
Yes,
and
it
it
is true,
the
Adam. I am
lingering
not
effects.
making this up.
I know.
100%.
This is how well we know each other.
I
know what's
lost
going
myself last night in the bedroom
on. Right.
because I had a busy weekend, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get a little high
I
tonight."
lost myself in the bedroom.
And last night, I got
That's one of my favorite ska songs. I lost myself in the bedroom
Holy shit.
that was a Pie Taster song. It was
for sure.
And so last night I went down some spirals, some mental wormholes.
Some water slides.
Yeah, and this morning I'm feeling loosey goosey, guys, and
Yeah.
I think it's
Thoughts aren't even connecting right.
not particularly. No, there's a few gaps I have to mentally ollie over, do a mental kickflip over
Sweet,
that
dude.
gap.
It's like you cast yourself in your own Christopher Nolan movie. Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Does the algorithm ever feed you guys sweet videos of parkour kids on the roofs of Paris doing insane shit?
Only if they're falling and getting incredibly hurt.
No,
Yeah, that's the only way.
mine only feeds me with kids nailing it, but this feels like it's throwing me a video of someone falling and getting incredibly hurt.
Well, that's
what's
what
happening.
the end result is. See, you start there, and you're just at the beginning of a process that Andrew and I are already so far down. But the first one that you're going to watch, you watch a bunch, you're like, look at him, he's doing it. And then once they're like, oh, look, his toe got caught in a storm gutter, and he went and he scorpioned onto the pavement. And you're like, that was kind of sad. I don't know why I watched that.
But you'll watch it too long because you'll be in shock and you'll be like, oh God, is that person even walking today? And the algorithm will be like, oh, that's what he likes because he watched it even longer.
You liked that, didn't you? You fucking liked that. And then they're just smacking your ass raw. And you're like,
Oh, hey guys. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I had a phone call. How's Act 1 going? Is it going? Is it tight? Is it nice and tight for the
Who
listener?
the fuck let you in here?
where is your pod, Ron?
I got rid of it.
Oh my God.
You got rid of the pod.
I got rid of it. I leased a Hyundai instead. I'm sleeping in the back of a car instead.
I'm frankly glad you're here,
It's
Ron.
much nicer. It has heat.
I'm glad you're here. One of the new changes is you're out of the pod. You're free ranging. It's free range, Ron.
Outdoor access,
good to
Ron.
see you.
Yeah, has Ben been taking advantage of the fact that I said you guys can have a little
Shut
He
up.
has. He took advantage of it last night as well.
We were trying to segue into Ben's edible problem, and you ruined the intervention. But
Let's save that for advice fight. Let's give Ben some advice on how to tone it down a touch.
Oh, tone it. You want me to tone it down? You want me to tone down exploring the parts of the universe that we can't see? Is that what you want? You want me to stop being a psychonaut
exploring
and bravely foraging
we can't see.
and bravely.
I don't know, but I stepped away for a minute, and the Act 1 is now really long.
Shut up.
So I'm just curious how things are going.
It's a special episode.
This is a special episode.
It is a special episode.
And honestly, I think we're fucking shining.
Normally I would just cut all this out, but I'm letting them hear the gears.
Oh, hear the gears.
the gears smoothly humming along.
I think we're moving. I think
on
we're
a
finally-
well-oiled machine.
Exactly. And why are we?
Adam looks like I feel.
Why are we oiled? You know what I mean? Why are we?
So
covered in
here's
oil?
what we're going to do. Let's wind down the Act 1 of the final Grawlix Saves
You are
the
such
World.
a suck up. You are
Coward.
such a suck
Thank
up.
you,
You're a
Adam.
fucking coward.
And I think what we should do, I do suck
who
up
cuts
to
the
the
checks.
listener's attention span. It is one of the things that I find worth sucking up to.
Why don't you go get married to them if you like them so much?
I'd love to get married to the listeners. I would love to, if I could marry the listeners, I would do it, and I'd give them a lovely home.
I mean, you can, so be careful what you're promising.
All of them are welcome to live with me.
You go to Salt Lake, you go to Provo, Utah.
We have to pay some bills in order for that to happen.
Adam,
so we're going
by the
to
way,
do that
Adam's
right now.
address is down in the show notes. If those of you want to stay there, Adam, you've never invited Andrew and I to stay over, or Ron, when Ron is living in his Hyundai, and he's doing it under the guise of like being one of those influencers who's showing you how to live in your car for for every day and to save money because he wants to buy a tiny home.
Right. Hashtag Hyundai life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that Ron doesn't own a Hyundai.
No.
So this is somebody else's car that he's managed
taking
to
it
get
Hyundai
in
at
the
a
back
time.
of.
Hyundai at a time. Hyundai in the life.
That's the new sitcom that Ben and I are pitching to True TV.
Ben, you're back, baby.
I am.
Adam, what were you saying?
I was saying that I think we're going to pay some bills.
Thank you.
With an ad break, unless you're a Patreon member, in which case you will have no ads. And we're going to come back in the second half, and we're gonna bid a final farewell to the Grawlix Saves the World while ushering in Advice Fight, the lateral move of podcasts with a more explainable, easier to understand name. So enjoy no ads, Patreon people. Enjoy ads, non-Patreon people. We will see you in the second act with a fond farewell to the Grawlix Saves the World.
This sure feels a lot like we're going into the format of a podcast that producer Ron wanted and not what we were promised, which is any old way I want it.
Hey, Ben, in the second act, I'm going to let you have it any
This feels
way you
like an
want it.
anniversary sexual tryst where my partner says it's 5 years. We can do whatever you want tonight. And then you're like, but I want the butt.
Stick around, everyone. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Nerds Gummy Clusters, the sweet treat that always elevates the vibe. With a sweet gummy surrounded with tangy, crunchy nerds, every bite of Nerds Gummy Clusters brings you a whole new world of flavor. Whether it's game night, on the way to a concert, or kicking back with your crew, unleash your senses with Nerds Gummy Clusters.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
I think I just won my taxes.
Yeah?
I just switched to H&R Block in about 1 minute. All I had to do was drag and drop last year's return into H&R Block, and bam, my information is automatically there.
So I don't have to go digging around for all my old papers to switch?
Nope.
Sounds like we just leveled up our tax game.
Switching to H&R Block is easy. Just drag and drop your last return. It's better with Block.
We're back through the magic of podcasting. Time has elapsed. Ben and Andrew are treating this podcast like the final day of senior year. They have ditched all, which is a phenomenon.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Which is a phenomenon.
Oh my God, that's so good.
A phenomenon neither one of you actually knows.
Oh,
Maybe that's why we're enjoying
So
it.
congratulations
so
on the
much.
experience of fucking ditch week, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I would actually argue that Andrew and I have had more last days of school than you ever did. Okay.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you took several running starts at
And
it.
also,
That's
you
true.
think
I'll allow.
ditch week is cool? Wait till you have ditch semester, bud, because
Yeah.
it gets
And
so
you
much-
graduated high school. You left high school at 18. We were in the NBA, like fresh out of high school.
I had
like,
a
we didn't even-
telemarketing job at 18. Oh my God.
We left high school earlier than you did, which means we've been doing this little thing called life. We're all pros. We've been paying bills, paying taxes since before we were 18. So suck it, Wesleyan. Get ready to suck on it.
I wonder if you learned the word Wesleyan when you met me.
I did. I'll freely admit that.
Yes.
Okay,
I did.
Perfect. We're in the second act.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I know. Very few people do. It's pretty obscure and small, actually. There's no reason to know it.
I thought it was Wesley Snipes' full first name.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
That's amazing. I wish I was still at school just so I could sell Wesley and Snipes merch on the quad. That's so fucking just him as Blade.
That's so fucking funny.
Oh.
Well, from now on,
Wesley and Snipes
any
is
Wesley
amazing.
I meet, I will know that the full version is Wesleyan.
Their full name is Wesley.
Oh God,
Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley and Anderson. All of them. Guys, I had an idea for this podcast, believe it or not. Seeing as we often seek advice or we have done challenges in the past, I think we can kind of do both in the final episode. And what I'm pitching is that ostensibly it's advice for saying goodbye. It's letting go. And each of us will get the chance, 2-3 minutes, I propose, to say our final words from the Grawlix Saves the World forum before we move on to the Advice Fight forum. So I think we each will get the lectern, we'll get the podium, and we get to say farewell to the pod as we rebrand, and it's really the same pod, but some final words, and then we judge them, and we vote on the best one. What do you say?
Of course. I love it.
I love it.
Because Ben and I had
nothing.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
So that's why all the hemming and the hawing, because you had no ideas. You were stalling. Hemming and a hawing sounds a lot like Stalin. Guys, I'm a country rapper now.
Wow,
Yep.
thank you.
Joseph. I'm Joseph Stalin. I'm the new.
Ron
Don't
hated
shake your head at me, Ron. Did you just
so
grunt
much.
and clear your throat?
In 5 years of Ron hating stuff, I've never seen him hate anything.
It was a burp. I said it, and he was like,
If you're listening to this podcast and you're in a state legislature and you're wondering, do we legalize marijuana in this state? Let this be an advertisement for no. Don't do it.
Why do you pronounce it like that? Why do you pronounce it
Because he went
like
to
that?
Wesleyan.
Do not call it an
Because
advertisement.
he went to Wesleyan, and they say advertisement.
Oh, okay. Well,
you say aluminium
Adam,
also. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, would you check your schedule, Adam, and see if you could join us down here on Earth?
I'm so
Why
glad
don't you
we're putting
check
this
your
podcast down because it's become a fucking, I don't know what, a shitty Tercel in a suburban movie theater parking lot getting high as fucking
What is this
kite
metaphor?
before they go see the dumbest shit ever.
Who's Joseph Stalin now? You're the one that's not getting to the point of the episode with your fucking whining.
Okay,
bro.
so
seriously,
we're gonna
Andrew, call him out.
Hey, Ron, will you edit in the Adams leaving sound?
Seriously, though, Andrew, call him out.
Like the Adam's done. It can be a door slam, a car starting, just whatever audio cue you need for Adam's out. And let's let these fucking hyenas land the goddamn plane. Goodbye.
Adam, come back. Let's do what you proposed. Let's
come back to the mic.
Let's record.
I want to do something.
No.
I'll wait. No, I'll wait till it's my turn.
Oh, wow. Okay. New pod, new you. Okay. Okay. So we're going to say our final words. I can go first if no one else wants to. How long do I have?
Do you guys hear how quiet it got? Because we don't know where we're supposed to go because Adam's not here. And he leads us
We're
through
just
the
sitting
woods
in a car and
sometimes.
the driver's side door is open.
Do you think you can settle yourselves down a little bit? And then I'll play some sound effects to bring Adam back.
I would like Adam to come back to the table.
Hey, I'm back. I'm excited to pod some more. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Let's fire this bad boy up.
What do I got? 3 minutes?
Let's go 3. Let's allow for 3. It's the final episode. The wheels are already off. Let's do 3 minutes. Farewell. Whatever it is you need to say.
Our closing words. Wow.
And Ben gets 11 minutes. Andrew, you get 3. Ben gets 11.
Oh,
thank you.
Wow.
Ben gets 2. He will take 4.
Wow.
Just like Thanksgiving.
Just like those little pinwheel mints as you're walking out of a restaurant.
Yeah.
I take 4. I put
They say
them in
take
my
1, but
pockets.
no. Fucking
All right,
take this middle
go ahead,
finger.
Andrew. Let's hear your dumb fucking send-off to our previous
And remember,
name.
we are going to vote. Only one can have the crowning send-off.
There
Yes.
can only be
one winner.
best send-off. All right, 3 minutes. Gosh. I just found out we were doing this like right now. I would like to have something.
We've been talking about it for days, but go on.
Yeah, we have.
Not with me.
What we're seeing is a man who once was able to riff, but can riff no longer.
No, this is easy for me.
All right, here we go. And go, Andrew.
This we've been doing this podcast for 5 years, and over that time we have met so many awesome fans, both online around the world, which is really insane, but also just here in the United States. You come to our shows, we meet you, you send us drawings, you send us maps, you send us gifts, what have you. Just like the best fans I think that I've ever had in my whole 22-year comedy career. I've had fans of my stand-up. I've had plenty of fans of my television show. But as far as like...
Oh, wow, your television show.
His show. That's cool. Okay.
My television show that I roped these two into helping me out with a few aspects of it.
Cool.
But
Paycheck says something different, but that's okay.
Number one on the call.
Well, it went alphabetically, but
yep. He is correct about that, but I was paid the exact same amount, and my name says executive producer.
I was secretly paid more.
Well, I believe that.
We'll talk about that. That'll be a different advice fight episode. Andrew, keep
there
going.
was a lot of corruption on the show, which led to it being delisted, and we're still finding out about it. But we met so many great fans, and so I just want to say first and foremost, thank you all, to all of you listening to this, to all of you who have been fans for every episode, or for those of you who... maybe you just pop in and you listen to it every now and then. Maybe you're a road trip listener. You binge the show on a road trip or when you're flying. I want to say thank you. But I also, and this pains me to do, want to say thank you to Ben and Adam and Ron for doing this podcast with me, for sticking it out, for the low points and the high points. Because I will say that every week when we record this, it is many times it is like the high point of my week. We record at Monday mornings, and it starts my week off spending an hour laughing with my friends, usually laughing until I'm in tears. And it's such a great way to start your week. I think Monday mornings are synonymous with
Garfield,
a grind of going to Garfield and going to the office. Those two things you can choose, either Garfield or going to the office. But my Monday mornings are synonymous with laughing with my old friends and having a blast. So I just want to say thank you to you three guys. Done.
253.
That's
pretty good.
Okay, listen, I was not feeling it, and I thought it was bad for most of it. And then in the last 30 seconds, I was like, oh, it started to kind of get real.
You mean when he mentioned you?
You came in personally.
Yes, the overture to me spoke to me.
It took a lot to even do.
Yeah, I've got to say that I couldn't hear most of it over the slurping of you, like knobbing our listeners' nipples for
slurping. The slurping of knobbing their nipples is what he said.
Wordsmith, this guy. He's.
I love you guys. It's so trite. I
really like what Andrew said. I love the fans so much. You guys are the best fans, despite the fact that I scurry away immediately after every show to avoid meeting you in person. Oh, how I appreciate it.
That is not true. Yeah, sometimes. Maybe I'm feeling a little socially awkward. I might not hang around, but I do. I enjoy meeting fans anytime
now you're
I
going
can.
for sympathy through some sort of fake disability.
Wow, Adam. Wow, cool shot. That was cool. I liked it, Adam.
All right. Well, which of you is going next?
Adam, you go next.
Okay, I genuinely have nothing, so let's see what the riff does.
Okay.
All right.
Let the riff flow through you. Andrew, I want to say thank you. I don't like your advice for most of it, but I thought that it was heartfelt and that I do feel very similar.
Cool. We're not voting yet.
Do not interrupt me again.
He's still a voter that you have to woo over, Andrew. You can't just take shots at him.
Wow. Okay, well, I was going to say something nice to you, but I shall retract. and I shall rescind and recluse. Adam, you are up next.
So his brain is not working right.
Yeah, it's like a Lego castle that somebody
All
like
those
kicked
words
across the
are
room.
words. Y'all, those were all words. That's all I gotta say.
It is like an ESL person, and you're like, yeah,
Close
you
enough.
are approaching the English
can-
language. Like we understand what you're
Y'all,
saying.
those were words. So I don't even know what you're saying. Adam, you're up. I've got your timer ready, and tell me when you want me to start it.
Okay, start it now. When we started this podcast, it was sort of a improve the world type of podcast. We wanted to put some good stuff out into the world because we viewed it as a toxic place, and we thought let's put some positive shit in the world if we're going to do another creative endeavor. And I think we have done that the entire time, and the world has not gotten better. It's gotten worse, undeniably. And so we have been pouring fucking positivity into a negative landscape for so long. It's like we're just three guys, Care Bear staring, blasting rainbows out of our bellies towards the darkness. And it hasn't worked. It has not worked.
Yes, Adam.
And so what do we do?
This makes no sense.
What do we
Find
do?
it.
Do we just
Find
keep
it.
keep
Blasting.
fighting the same fight pointlessly? Or do we pivot? Do we rebrand it? Do we take this injured dog out to the backyard and shoot it in the back of the fucking head
Fuck yeah, we do.
while saying you were a good dog and we loved you, but it's time to move the fuck on because this dog is dead. This dog is dead. So let's bury it and let's get a new dog, a better dog.
Wow.
A dog that's easier to explain to people. A dog that makes sense.
Real Christy Gnome track
And
here.
if this dog doesn't work for us, then I don't ever want to have another dog.
Oof.
And I've got a year's worth of energy to put towards this dog.
That part.
And if this dog's still biting people, if this dog's still shitting on the carpet, then we're shooting it too. So I guess thanks or whatever. But like on to the new dog.
On to the new dog.
You want me to stop there, or are
No.
you pausing for effect?
No.
Unfortunately, you do have some time left.
I buried a will beneath Adam's pearls. It has very clear instructions on where my money is in various offshore accounts. It also has some grievances towards certain local city council people that I would like delivered to them upon my death. Because what I wrote in those letters is incriminating, and I only want them delivered upon my death. And now I'm done.
Great. Thank you.
2 minutes and 46
Yeah.
seconds. Adam,
All right.
I thought I was the only one who was willing to diarrhea out, like to just let it all go, to even if it doesn't make sense, even if there's blood in it, let it go and to not hold on to it. And you came along and you were like, oh, hold my IPA. I'm about ready to shit.
I don't
And you
even know
shit.
why I spend so much time writing material when I'm this good at riffing.
Dude, that was fucking, it was enlightened. It was inspired.
I felt free.
You did. You looked free. You were like the hood ornament on a cool old car, just
yeah.
leading a behemoth that we are. You're the little metallic signature on the front of this
Keep talking.
Cadillac Eldorado, just barreling down the riff roads. And you're like, I'll guide you, you know, but it's like you're a hood ornament. You're not guiding this.
Let's just start Ben's
Yeah,
time.
I think
Let's just can we include
All right.
this in Ben's 3 minutes?
good call. Ben, you're already 25 seconds in. Keep going. All right.
All right. All right.
If you'd say Earnestness Horn, I swear to God, I'm going to show up to your house.
I went earnest, no horn. I raw dogged my earnestness. Thank you very much.
You know what?
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah.
That's true.
Ernest No Horn is so funny. Like you're willing to take the shellacking.
I
You're
went
like,
no horn
my
Ernest,
earnestness
dude.
will hold up.
Let's get that into our everyday vocabulary.
No horned Ernest, dude. That's fucking real. He walked down the streets of Rift City just sharing himself openly, and nobody backed
He
him.
didn't care
Wow.
because his earnestness is bulletproof. It'll take anything that comes at it.
That was tough. That was a tough show.
That's tough. Well, he gets tested a lot, so he's not afraid to go without a horn. All right, am I up?
Yes, you are, Ben.
Ben, you have been up.
No, start my time now because you guys were riffing in the middle of mine.
Okay.
I'm going to sound the earnestness horn.
Piece of shit. You piece of shit. Oh.
In 2019, early 2020.
Great.
I
Strong
was
start.
He sounded the earnestness horn.
driving. I was in a van with my band Spells. We were outside of Portland, Oregon. We were in the van and we were heading to a show, and we were all pretty tired. We had started in Phoenix. We were like a pretty fair amount into the tour, probably 8 or 9
bunch of
days.
anti-vaxxers spreading COVID in the early days. Great.
This was before lockdown. It was right before that. It was before the world ended.
Fair enough.
And so we were on tour, and we had previously kicked around ideas for this podcast, and it was a lot different. And then the idea came about to do a podcast that was positive, but also very funny. And we tried to better ourselves with it. And so I remember being in the van, I was driving, and producer Ron had sent me the first couple episodes to listen to, and one of them was the Wappin' Spatch episode that was in that. And I told everybody in the van, I gotta listen to this. I gotta proofread that, like proof listen to this. And do you mind if I play it? And when we were driving, everybody was pretty tired. I mean, you just get tired. It's kind of exhausting. You're stuck in a van. I started playing that, and everybody in the band immediately started laughing. And they were immediately into it. And afterwards, they were like, that is really good. I remember Rob, our drummer, saying that it was really good. And I think that was the first point that I realized. They said, it's heartfelt. You guys are actually trying to do something, but it's also very funny. And I think that that is what we set out to do. And I think with the Grawlix Saves the World format, we achieved that for quite a while. And I think the way that we achieved that, and the way that this podcast has always shined, outside of what Andrew said, that our fans, the way it has always shined is through Wild Brand edibles. Now, I want to be clear about this up front, that this podcast would not be as funny or as loose or as entertaining as it is without their one-to-one CBD THC edibles. And I want to be clear about this. I am not a sponsor. I am not being compensated by the company. I just want everybody to know that for 5 years, I've relied on this product to get me through the doldrums of it, to get me through when Adam is like just talking about how he speaks Spanish again and how he went to a nice college.
5,
but yet Andrew and I made
4,
the same amount of money
3,
that he did.
2,
No. There is no
1.
time in this world that I'm existing in right now. Andrew showing up and just being cold and mad all the time. But then I came in and I was, you're like, well, how is he a little ray of light?
He's blown past the fucking light.
And it's Wild
burned out
Brand
his-
edibles.
he burned out his
I would
brakes
recommend checking
coming
out.
down the pass.
They also have They also have a line of live rosin gummies. You guys are going to want to check those out.
Wild Brand
Unreal.
Edibles has a protective
Unreal.
order
Well,
against
just
Ben.
shut up. And so, everybody, I want you to know that the episodes you loved dearly were judged by a wonderful little edible company.
Okay, that is all the time we have for Ben's advice.
Wow.
Ben's farewell. Thank you, Ben, for that.
You're welcome. Oh, my
I
God.
want to remind the listener that while we are saying farewell and this and that, the other, really, we're just rebranding the pod, and we'll be back very shortly with Advice
Yes.
Fight. The same three idiots arguing over advice. I can't wait. We filmed some really funny sketches to sort of promote it recently, and the artwork looks really cool. And we're all excited about the rebrand.
Producer Ron has been crushing it.
But it is the technical farewell to the Grawlix Saves the World, and we hope you have enjoyed it. It is time to vote. for who gave the best farewell. There can only be one winner. Andrew, you went first, so I think you should vote first on which which farewell you enjoyed more, or crown your winner of this
Let's
episode.
sum them up. Andrew said basically thank you to our fans, and this was the best part of his week.
Right.
Adam said that he has some very personal gripes with local government, and that he would like you
Gripes about dogs more than the government.
Yeah, and that this is a dog that he's put down on his own property.
Yes. Where do I got to go to my neighbor's house? No, I'll take care of the
No, you
job.
should go to a veterinarian, but
I'll
that's
take care of the
okay.
job. I'm a big boy. I'll take care of the job.
So Adam said, "I'm a big boy. I'll take care of the job.
Ben
Deliver this
shilled
stuff
for
to."
wild brand edibles after abusing
I did not shill. I am
abusing
not a
the
shill.
Ernest's horn to set up what
Yes.
may have seemed
Yes.
like some sort of engaging or resonant story, and then he pulled
Right.
the e-brake and
Also,
180'd
but-
into a fucking wild edible spot.
You might have noticed a subtle spells plug as well, a subtle, hey, listen to my band type of plug.
That I would have allowed.
First of all, spells, that's non-negotiable. But two, wild. Show me an invoice. Show me the invoice.
That's what makes it so
Just because you
sad.
go in there and grab
That's what
stuff,
makes it so
Because they're like,
sad.
oh, you're the guy with the podcast, and they let you just grab stuff.
Show me the invoice.
Okay.
WYLD. Show me it on the top.
There are
for
no
plugging.
invoices. They could only put cash into banks like a year ago. You think they have invoices?
Blood orange. The blood orange is pretty tasty too.
To use
Okay,
the Ernest's
Adam.
horn for an unpaid ad is about as low as it gets.
It's called an ad read, and you wouldn't even know that. Okay.
So Andrew's
Adam,
voting. Andrew's voting.
I'm voting,
Andrew's
and
voting.
I truly hated both of your advices so much.
Advice.
Advice, thank you. I always forget. Adam cribbed his from Christy Gnome, apparently. All of this dog killing, this rampant dog
I don't even know
killing.
who that is.
You don't know who
That's the
well,
yeah.
you
Never mind.
you live a charmed
Yeah.
life. She's the Secretary of
True
Homeland
asshole.
Security, who famously
Thank God.
killed a dog in her
Killed a
Yeah,
memoir.
no, I tapped out.
Um,
No input, no output. Take a knee.
So I hated Adams, and I really hated Ben's reprehensible weaponizing of the Ernest's horn
Yeah.
to shill his brain shredding edibles.
Here we go. More 21st century bullshit, new age platitudes weaponizing. What does that even mean?
It means
does
exactly
it
what
even
it sounded
mean?
like.
Adam's covering his mouth because he doesn't want to laugh at me.
You know what? I'm voting for producer Ron, who's kept the train on the tracks these last 5 years.
wow.
I'm voting
Wow.
producer Ron.
He can't,
So
that's not
eat
even an
my
option.
butt. It is an option because I just made it an option. I'm voting producer Ron.
You voted for producer Ron, who contributed nothing to
That's
this
how
episode.
bad yours was, is that I would rather have heard nothing. That's why I'm voting for producer Ron.
You're a bootlicker. You're a bootlicker, is what
Ron
you
doesn't
are.
wear
You've always
boots. He
been.
wears moccasins, and they are tender to the teeth.
It feels problematic.
Leather slippers. He
it-
wears leather slippers.
I don't like it. I think his should be discounted, and I think that Andrew is automatically. That's just because it's the last.
Hey,
episode with the
Ben
snake.
Ernest's horn, eat my butt. Adam, your turn to vote.
Love it. Hey Ben, I cannot in good conscience vote for you, Ben. To weaponize the earnestness horn is insane. To then shill for the same wild brand edibles that have ruined this podcast today, this very specific episode, because of your overuse of them, is like so fucking galling that I could never.
Joseph Galling.
Ben, take a knee. You'll get unfortunately, you'll
Ron came around on
unfortunately,
that
you'll get
one.
another turn.
Ron came around.
Unfortunately, you will get another turn. Andrew, you had my vote. I was so impressed that you fucking Ernest No Horn. That is a badass way to go out. And I thought, what a fucking stud. And then you disregarded the rules of engagement and voted for producer Ron. So I, in good faith, cannot vote for you. So guess what? I also now vote for producer Ron because of you. You lost my vote.
I'm fine with that as long as Ben doesn't win. So I'm fine with that.
So yeah, I vote for producer Ron, and I've never even met him in person.
That'd be so awesome. If that were true, that'd be so awesome.
He's just a fucking face in a box on my screen.
He's a lot taller than I imagined.
All right, Ben, your vote.
Be honest, guys. Can I vote for Wild Brand edibles?
No, you cannot.
I can't cast my vote.
No.
When you guys have broke the rules, I'm not allowed.
I don't think there are rules anymore. I think there's no structure. It's whatever you want to do.
I want to say that I agree with Andrew's probably more than anybody else's. I think doing this every Monday with you guys has been so fun.
Even today.
And I love doing it. And I can't wait to keep doing it with the new format and having guests. I'm excited to do that. And also, I will say that the people, what this podcast has meant to people, and the people who come out and like talk about it and whatever, that's fucking huge. So I agree with Andrew on that front. But to have the nerve to use the earnestness horn for me to eat his butt, and no one called that out.
Yeah.
Because mine, I genuinely use their products.
You know what, Ben? Can I just real quick? I want to formally apologize, but I do want to tell you there's a new Wild Brand edibles flavor you should try called My Butt. Thank you.
It's so stupid. They would never do that. They wouldn't do that.
It's a special deal that I made with them.
Quality and then Adams, I don't remember very well.
That's fair.
It was a lot of dog.
There's a lot
talk
of dog killing
and,
talk.
Yeah, there it was.
There was so much dog killing in Adams that I liked it. But I don't know that I loved it. And that's what I want when I'm choosing something.
Sure. Yeah, I get that.
I want a connection to the advice. You know, I don't want just, this is comfortable. It's safe. You know, I feel good here.
Yeah.
I hate the rule breaking. I'm choosing producer Ron for that reason. And
three for three, producer Ron going out with an off the books win for not giving advice. Wow.
And this feels like the WWE. Like this was all planned in the ring.
But it was not.
You know what I mean? Like we improv'd it. And
I feel like it feels like the WNBA. Isn't that weird?
Oh.
And that not a lot of people are watching?
Yeah.
And that our ratings are down. No.
And that it's a great product, but why can't people get on board?
Ratings would be way up because the WNBA is kind of crushing it now. But
yeah, they are. They're like building a strong thing.
I'll tell you what, it's that Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. It's an exciting time in the WNBA.
Okay, that's all I got to say.
All right. And it's an exciting time for the Grawlix Saves the World.
Hey, fellas, can I give a victory speech?
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't know that was going to be part of it.
Yeah, but can you go ahead and put in some audio of me leaving again?
Oh, you know what? I think I left some of my edibles in the console of my car, and they'll turn to liquid under a shockingly low amount of heat. So I'll be right back.
What? Ben, it's 20 degrees. Oh. Well, if those two assholes left, I'm gonna go catch a matinee. Lock the doors, Ron.
Well, here we are. It's just you and me now. The way it has always been when the boys finish their riffing and goofing. It's just us, listening, trying to process what just happened. I didn't really want to give a victory speech. I just wanted to thank the boys for bringing me along on this weird adventure. You know, when they moved back to Denver from Los Angeles and asked me to produce a podcast, I assumed it would just be a temporary thing, a brief stepping stone before their next big project. But we launched in January 2020, right before the whole world shut down. And now it's been 5 years. We've been through so much together. Them and me, us and you, all of the guests, all of the listeners. They are my brothers. They are my sons. They are my friends. I've been thinking a lot about how this final episode might upset some of you. And I know the podcast isn't really going away, and I'm probably making too much out of all this, but this chapter is coming to an end. And I know how much this podcast has meant to some of you. It's meant a lot to me too. But I have to say, after the way this episode went, well, I don't think anyone who's still listening right now is sad that this is going away.
I'm sitting right here. I didn't go anywhere. You're a fucking loser. You've
I can
always
hear
been a
you
loser.
from outside, you piece of shit.
Fuck you, dude.
I wasn't even in my car yet.
I'm sorry, but it's time to go, dog. It's time to go.
Adam, no! Adam! No! Jesus Christ, you shot me in the knee! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I told you
One
don't
of your
interfere with a
stray
man's
bullets
business,
hit
Andrew.
the lock
You
on
don't
my
come into a
pigeon
man's
coop,
backyard
and now all
and
my
tell him what to
homing
do with
pigeons
his
have got out of
dog,
their
Andrew.
crate.
I'm sorry you caught a
Shut up
stray.
and call 911.
I'm sorry you
Oh
caught
my
a stray. Stay out of my yard. Let that be a
Do you
lesson.
hear them all flying away? All of my pigeons.
Raise your own dog.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to listen to some stand-up comedy from their live show. Maybe I'll play a clip from you guys at the intros of one of your shows to wrap it up. We'll be back with the third act, the final third act of Grawlix Saves the World. Stay tuned.
Oh, look at this. Happy birthday to you. I started singing it higher than I wanted to.
I was wondering if you were going to hit the other notes.
Register.
This is the cake you got for us?
This is the cake.
Andrew.
Everyone, let's sing Happy Birthday. Look at this.
They're not even into it. You guys limped into that shit.
The cake is fine.
It's not fine. It's half eaten. It's half eaten, and it says
It's not half eaten at all.
Dude, this is clearly a leftover cake you brought in for your kids' fucking It says "Congrats-jup" on it. I bet that means congratulations, Jupiter. That's your child.
That's not what it
is
means.
going to high school.
It means congratulations on your birthdays, my jabronis. They fucked it up at King Supers. That's not my fault. I call you guys my jabronis
Does
all the
call
time.
us his jabroni.
And
King Supers are
they fucked it up. And it's not half eaten. I took a turn too fast on the way over here.
You took a turn. There's not even a fucking candle on it. Look at this. Look.
Jesus,
look at this.
so
There's not even a
judgmental.
fucking.
Stop.
What? It's not.
Okay, I forgot a candle, but check this out. Look at this. Here's a candle, huh?
What is that?
An an environmentally friendly candle. Like, oh,
Andrew,
holy night. See the glow? This is a great birthday candle.
Andrew, this is not a birthday candle. This is a stage flashlight from Outback that is property of the Bug Theater, and now it has chocolate all over it. But you know that Alex will be charging us for.
Fuck, God, you could lick it off like a kid with a birthday candle. Look, I chose this. Yes, it is the Bug flashlight because I know how special the Bug Theater is to both of you.
That is kind of true. I do love this place. This place is special.
Now that you mention it, Andrew, this place has always been.
It's very special.
Very special.
It's so special to all of us.
Do you find it special?
I think it's so special.
I've always found this to be a place that is special, that I find special.
I think it's so special.
I was going to say it was special.
You were going to say that?
Yeah, because I find it to be so as well.
Do you? That's
Special.
funny. Why is it special to you, Adam?
Well, I remember a while back I was going through that rough patch with my wife. And Alex let me move into the Bug Green Room for 19 months.
You did? You stayed here for 19 months?
And I worked on myself.
You did? You fought some ghosts in here, bud. I know that. We watched it happen.
I called you the Phantom of the Bug.
It's like I came in, this injured caterpillar, and I went in to a chrysalis for 19 months. And in a lot of ways, I emerged out of that experience a butterfly.
Dude, I just had a fucking thought. You came out of here a butterfly, and this is the Bug Theater. That's fucking so meta, dude.
I didn't even put that together.
Crazy. And this place was like your cocoon.
You're so right. I came in here, a man in search of a cocoon. And I found it. And I came out of that cocoon a butterfly.
And watching you come out of that cocoon was majestic. It was magic, Adam.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places. Between payroll, your tax consultant, and the IRS. If your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Welcome to the final third act of the Grawlix Saves the World. We are reining it in this third act. We had a very long episode. There's been a stern talking to everyone involved in the break, and we are going to, very businesslike, proceed. I would like to thank producer Ron for everything, and congrats on your final win. Couldn't do this podcast without you, Ron. Thank you.
I wanted to say that I am seeing things more clearly now. I think that some time has elapsed.
Yeah.
And I want to apologize for my behavior on the final episode. I did show up to the episode still a little stoned from the night before.
A little stoned.
And to everybody listening, that was not the responsibility of Wild Brand Edibles or any of its subsidiary companies. They were the opinions of myself, and I still believe their product to be stable, and I still believe it to be a product that you should try.
But ask your doctor before abusing.
You don't even need to do that. You don't even need to do that.
Definitely
All
no
of these
doctor
claims
involved.
are unsubstantiated. Medicine can't fix you.
Ron, just go ahead and
Medicine can't
fade
fix
this
you.
in. Plugs.
Yes. All right.
Andrew, what do you got? Thanks for that plug. Maybe the final plug tune, but appreciate it.
Who knows?
We'll see if it makes it over to Advice Fight.
We're cleaning the dry erase board. Let's see what new stuff we come up with.
We'll see what doesn't get lost in the move. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Who can say? This week, if you're listening to this, the week the episode comes out, Friday the 7th, I'm doing Don't Tell comedy up in Fort Collins. So if you're up in the Fort Collins area, come out. Come out to this Don't Tell show. They're always a great time.
That sounds
That's
great.
it? That's your plug?
That's great.
Sure. My plug was complete. Did you need me to say plug over?
I just didn't buy it, but okay.
Well, it's happening, and it's going to be great.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to Omaha, Nebraska for not one, but two shows on February 21st. The first show already sold out, so February 20th. Oh, jeez. First show already sold out. We added a second show. February 21st, I'm sticking around Omaha to see the Get Up Kids, because that's why I'm going to Omaha.
Oh, damn. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be great. But I'm going February 20th and doing two shows.
Where are the Get Up Kids playing there? At the waiting room?
At the waiting room.
Oh, that's going to be such a good venue.
It's the 25th anniversary of the album, Something to Write Home About. They're not coming to Denver. I'd love that album. And so I'm going to Omaha to see the fucking concert, and I'm doing two shows while I'm there. It's going to be great.
Dude.
So Omaha, Nebraska, folks, come on out. I'd love to see you there.
Fuck yeah. That's a great reason to go. People listening, I will be, if you listen in Alaska, I will be doing some shows there February 20th and 21st. I will be in Anchorage, and then I will be doing a show in Fairbanks. So our friends way up there, on the border of the Arctic, please come out, come see me. Take a bush plane out of your weird hovel in the middle of nowhere and come and see some live stand-up comedy. I've never been to Alaska. This is one of 4 states. This is my last 4 states that I need to cross off the list. So
what are the other 3?
Hawaii, Arkansas, Hawaii, and North Dakota.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So
two of
Fargo,
those,
if you got a line on shows in
pretty
Fargo,
skippable. So
I'll trade you. What do you guys have left? Do you have a lot left?
Alaska, Hawaii.
Yeah,
I've been to Alaska and Hawaii. I got some in the South that I'm missing.
Yeah,
a lot in the South.
I've done a lot in the South.
I've never been to West Virginia. I think those are my 3.
We'll get to the bottom of this on Advice Fight. Ben, let's you and I text when you're in Alaska and I'm in Omaha, and let's see where's colder, because I bet I can compete with you.
You think so?
Well,
we'll see.
It's pretty fucking cold.
I'll be in the middle of the
like February.
no light stuff. I'm pretty excited to see a day that's only like 4 hours.
I bet you're going to react really well to that. As always, don't forget we have our live Grawlix show the last Saturday of every month. January was incredible.
Yeah, so good.
February's already on sale. We're bringing in Ramon Rivas. We have a bunch of other amazing comics opening up the show. That's going to be great. The ticket link is in the show notes. Don't miss it.
As always, big thanks to producer Ron, the winner from today. He's wearing his crown. Heavy is the head, though, as they say. Good luck with this.
And be careful, because we're coming at that crown.
We're coming at it. We're advice fight. We're going to take
it.
that crown right off your head.
Yes, we will.
Big help to Mike Henderson for your
big help to him?
Yeah, big help. Big thanks.
That's what we call him around here. We call him the big help.
We call Mike Henderson
like Frank
big
Thomas,
help.
but helpful.
Big thank you to Mike Henderson, as always, for your help recording the live show. This will continue. Theme music is brought to you by the imitable Charlie Continental.
He's writing a new banger for Advice Fight. I'm excited to hear it.
For any information about changes with Advice Fight, what we're doing, anything as it goes along with this, go ahead, keep following us at Grawlix Comedy. That's where all of our updates will be. And then also always follow us at patreon.com. Support. That's how this podcast works. Patreon.com/Grawlix Saves.
Yes. And while you might see a small break in the main feed as we get Advice Fight going, there will be no break to the exclusive Patreon content that you know and love. We're going to keep putting stuff up there in the interim. Shouldn't take too long, but there might be a week or two off of pods before we come back. But stick to Patreon. There'll be all sorts of content up there that you know and love. Ben becoming even more unhinged on wild edibles.
Yeah, perhaps
exclusively into your feed.
Adam, I don't think we should be plugging a product that we don't have a sponsorship with like that.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it's just free money.
If these last 5 years have taught us anything, truly, kids, it's edibles. Not even once. Okay.
Not
even once. What is it, because of the potential damage to their riff faculty center in their brain?
Yes.
Like, it does affect the riff faculties. And I know that, and I knew it starting it. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. But I was willing to gamble with it, guys.
Edibles can cause a heightened sense in one's riff ability.
Yes.
That one might not actually have.
A riff hubris that comes.
A riff hubris.
It comes about.
Side effects include riff hubris.
Riff hubris, yeah.
Yes. I want to say I appreciate you guys for the last 5 years doing the Grawlix with me.
I appreciate you guys too.
You're welcome, bud.
Oh, gee whiz. Now I feel bad.
Ben, it's actually the end of the episode.
Oh.
Yeah, we're at the very end.
That would have been a good place to start.
Yeah, so what do you say at the end of every episode, Ben?
Do you remember even?
I remember. Wild brand edible!
Oh, God. Ben.
No, play us out, Charlie!
But I want the butt.
Andrew, you're not helping. You're encouraging him, Andrew.
No, but it's too funny.
You're not helping, Andrew. I'm mad at it. I'm mad at Ben, and I'm disappointed with you, Andrew.